Before I start this list, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai, Ba'asur, Kakodash, the bond to Apostle Ills, a great meal, so to rule well and teach well. Shalom to the 144,000 men that's pushing and believing this word in all truth sincerity. Shalom to the men, women, and children that's tuning in, that's listening, and tuning in, listening. Shalom to the Israelite foreign scattered abroad on all four corners of the earth. And shalom. Lord willing, this video be edifying and quick and straight to the point. This video will be entitled The Plagues of Egypt Part 3. Since it's the Passover, and the Passover, we're still in the midst of the Passover. I was just going to go over some events that happened in Egypt that led to our deliverance. So, nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. This is Exodus chapter 8 and verse 16. The Lord said unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch out thy rod and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And lice are basically insects. Verse 17, and they did so, for Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod, and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast, and the dust of the land became lice throughout the land of Egypt. And yeah, those lice was everywhere. It was inside of beasts. It was because bugs like that, they could hide in fur. They could hide in clothes, they could hide in everything. So I best believe that's like if you have a bed bug situation. The bed bugs are inside your clothes, inside the dark crevices and walls, and inside everything. So I best believe that would have been difficult during those times. That would have been very tedious and annoying. And in verse 18, and the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not. So there were lice upon man and upon beasts. And the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of Yahweh. So yeah, basically the Pharaoh was trying to have people, one of his people try to get rid of the lice, but since it was the power of the Lord that was behind this plague, they couldn't get rid of it. And this finger, this is the finger of Yahweh. Pharaoh's heart was hardened, he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. And yet, and Pharaoh is prideful. Now, that should remind you of somebody today in this modern day and age in society. Esau is prideful to the point of where he don't think he can't be shut down, he can't be stopped. He think he rules all and everything. In a sense, he does, because the Lord gave him that power. And this is verse 20. And the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh from the water, cometh forth to the water, and said unto him, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, let my people go, that they may serve me. And the Lord repeat this multiple times. Throughout, when you read this, the Lord says, let my people go so they shall serve me in the wilderness, or let my people go so they may serve me. And the Lord and Moses and Aaron both said that to Pharaoh multiple occasions. So when, it built up, because after so long, the Heavenly Father ain't going to be speaking. That's why it says that in Amos 8 and 11. I'll go there real quick. Amos 8. This is Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of the hearing the words of the Lord. And that's basically going to show that when stuff really happens out here, it's not going. Prophets ain't gonna be out here. I don't plan. I don't plan on being out there when it's a tank and army soldiers on the forefront. So like you, I don't plan on that, and the Lord ain't gonna have His men out there like that, because Aaron and Moses represent prophets back in this time too, because they literally went before Pharaoh and told him like, hey, you should let our people go, and if you don't, the Lord's going to start jacking your people up. And lo and behold, he thought the Lord hardened his heart, and boom, and he got taken down. So let me go to verse 21. Else, if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies unto thee, upon thy servants, and upon the people, and into thy houses, and the houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, and the ground whereupon they whereon they were. And yeah, the Lord said he's going to send another plague, which is flies. Well, another wave of plagues, which is flies, not lice this time, flies. And, you got to think, women now don't even like bugs, so how much more so back then too? And dealing with these types of critters and insects, they get in everything and everywhere. They get into your food, they get into the vegetation and crops, things like that. You can't be sustainable like that. And this is verse 23, and it will put a division between my people and my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be. And the Lord, and basically Aaron and Moses went. Well, let me see. Was it Aaron who did this one? Aaron went up and told him this, and told this to Pharaoh, and he said tomorrow it will be so. And basically, that goes to show that the Lord was trying to, the Lord doesn't just do, the Lord can do what the fuck he wants to, but it goes to show that the Lord gives a warning before he does things. He ain't just he's not an unjust power. He warned you before, so there's no excuse for when stuff happens now. There's no excuse for anything, man. You had the prophets out here, you had the videos online, go back in this day and age too. So, let's see. Where did I leave off? Verse 23. I'm back in verse 20. I'm in verse 24 now. And the Lord Yahweh did so, and there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh, and into his servants' houses, and into all the land of Egypt. The land was corrupted by reason of swarm of flies. Verse 25, and the Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron and said, go ye sacrifice to your God in the land. And Moses said, it is not meet to do so. So it is not meet so to do. For we shall sacrifice an abomination of the Egyptians to the Lord our power. Lo, shall we sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians before their eyes, and will not see, and will they not stone us? We will go 3 days journey into the wilderness to sacrifice to the Lord our power, Yahweh, as he shall command us. In verse 28, and Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that ye may sacrifice to the Lord your power, Yahweh, in the wilderness. Only ye shall not go very far away, entreat for me. And Moses said, behold, I will go out from thee and entreat the Lord, that the swarms of flies may depart from Pharaoh and his servants, and from his people tomorrow. But let not Pharaoh deal deceitfully any more in the letting of the people go to sacrifice the Lord. And Moses went out and Pharaoh and entreated the Lord. So basically, it goes to show that Pharaoh was trying to make a deal with Moses and Aaron to be like, you let my people go, but you don't go too far away, so far away, because Pharaoh still wanted that control over the children of Israel, and basically said not to be deceitful, because you can't trust your adversary, because your adversary could turn you and stab you in the back, And this is verse 30. And Moses went out from 31. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses, and he removed swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. There remained not one. And Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time also, neither would he let the people go. And yeah, that goes to show that Pharaoh, go. And he kept on pressing the children of Israel. So now, when the Lord hardened his heart, Well, when the Lord hardened his heart, he did that to make his name known. And that's why his name was Alashadra, the demon-like power, you know? So basically to go to show that during this, we can use that in today's modern terms, because when Esau get ready to do what he's about to do, he won't be spared. He'll be drowned out and flooded out like the Egyptians was in the time of Aaron and Moses, you know? So actually, I'm gonna go to Isaiah 10 real quick. Is it 10:1 or 10:5? O Assyrian, the rod of my... Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5. O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in the hand is my indignation. And, basically that goes to show that the Lord controls the opposition as well as the righteous as well, because, like it said, Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff of thy hand. And the Lord is the Pharaoh was that whipping stick, you know, that staff. And now the modern day whipping stick is Esau. And actually, I read verse 6:2. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, against the people of my wrath. I will give him a charge and take the spoil, and to take the prey and tread them down like the mire of the streets. And yeah, that's exactly what we go through now. And not even just now. We went through that in all the captivities, especially the Egyptians. They was putting us in hard bondage, man. So how more so now in today's age, you know, especially with the Passover going on, we have to live and try to move circumspectly and move wise as a serpent, hard as a dove, just to get through our daily life and stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't want to make this too long. This was just something I was meditating upon and wanted to continue in Exodus. But Lord willing, this video is edifying. But before I close out, I'd like to give our praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahshai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and on to the next one, Shalom.